Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Irvin, with another manga chapter review. This is going to be on the 6th chapter of I was summoned to another world, but I was forced to return home. So I decided to lose some weight. That is a series that I've been reviewing here on my channel. This is the last chapter that is currently translated into English. So make sure you guys keep up with me in my channel because I will be reviewing later on the 7th and 8th and 9th chapter once they're released. But as of right now, this is the last one. And before I continue, I do want to see a few things. One, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and that bell button if you guys want to know when I go live or when I upload videos. Secondly, if you haven't seen the first 5 videos on this series, then you're behind, so go watch them as well. And then thirdly, there is a spoiler alert on the 6th chapter because I will be talking about it in detail. So, in the last part of the 5th chapter, Sheila and Haru encounter the third person finally, Kasura, Emperor Kasura, and he is the third person that got transferred to them. Hey Kasumi-senpai, or Kasumi-senpai, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Sorry. How you doing? Anyway, so Emperor Kasura got transferred also with them, and he tells Sheila, hey, if you agree for me to help you out, go back to your world, then I promise to free your father. Now, I was slightly confused because I wasn't sure who the Emperor was, if he was a friend or an enemy. He actually ended up being an enemy. Haru first tests him out with his unique judgment, and he's telling the truth. Then he quickly finds out that the reason how the Emperor wants to take Sheila back is by killing her. Now, he figured this out in the previous chapter. His unique told him there's another way for you guys to go back, and that is if Sheila dies, because she was the summoner that messed up. So Emperor Kasura's plan is to take him back by killing her. So he then releases what seems to be a stray cat. He makes the stray cat into this huge lion and starts attacking Sheila. Haru jumps in, tries to protect her. We see Haru doing his ridiculous poses that we saw in the previous chapter, and he is then finally freed of the inability of having magic. But now that he has magic, he has all these abilities now. He doesn't know how to use them, so he ends up being in the same kind of boat, I guess, not having any powers, not being able to protect her. So at the end of the chapter, the police officer who had been spying on them finally jumps in and defends Haru and Sheila. Now, that's the end of the 6th chapter. We don't know what happens next, but we did find out a few things on this chapter. Like, for example, one, Haru now can use magic and now has a lot of new skills that we probably will learn about in the next few chapters. Secondly, the third person was Kasura, and he is indeed there to kill Sheila. And I guess now we'll have his grudge against Haru. And then lastly, the cop that jumped in, she actually used magic to defend herself. So there is other magic users in this world. So that overall is a few things that we've figured out throughout this chapter, and the story is unfolding. Although it's unfolding slow, it's unfolding in a nice way. So, it is an isekai, but it feels like the characters of another world just jumped into our world. So it's a reverse isekai, if that makes any sense. Hey RCS, how are you doing? So I do like the reverse concept of it. But I really hope they eventually do end up in Sheila's world, at least halfway through the series. So overall, I'm going to give this one, or leave it at a 7.5. Guys, if you haven't done so, check out my videos that I've released this past week. I will be doing 12 days of anime. I already introduced that, and check out that video. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Yeah, this chapter was pretty good. I agree with you, Arceus. So make sure you follow me on my social media. And guys, with nothing else to say, don't be strangers.